Hello everybody, Sir Beaton here and welcome back to another past paper practice. In this video we will be looking at some multiple choice type questions on consumer arithmetic. So let's head straight into the first question. So this one says, an article bought for $125 was sold for $175. The profit as a percentage of the cost price was. So you want to find the profit of this article that was bought for $125 and sold for $175. So let's find the amount of profit made. So 175 minus 125 would give me 5 from 5 is 0, 2 from 7 would be 5, and 1 from 1 would be 0. So $50 profit was made. So let's find the percentage now. So the percentage would be 50 over the cost price of the item, which is 125, and even hinted at the percentage of the cost price. People tend to mix up and think, is it the cost price or the selling price? So let's multiply this by 100 to find the percentage. So we know we can do some cancelling out. 25 into 125 is 5. 25 into 100 would be 4. 5 ones 5. 5 into 50 is 10. So 10 times 4 would be 40. So the profit as a percentage would be 40, which is simply B. So this one says, a car presently valued at $12,000 depreciates at a rate of 10% per annum. What will be the value of the car 1 year later? So the car has a value of $12,000 and it depreciates at 10% per annum. So we know for depreciation, the cost of the car will reduce after 1 year by 10%. So you find 10% of 12,000, so it's 10 over 100 multiplied by 12,000. So this 0 go with that 0, this 0 go with that 0. 10 times 120 would be 1,200. So this is the amount of money that we should take off from the value of the car. So this is 12,000, subtract 1,200. This would simply be 0 from 0, 0, 0 from 0, 0. Take 1 here, so this would be 2 from 10 would be 8, 1 from 1 would be 0, and you bring down the 1. So the value of the car after 1 year would be $10,800, which is A. So the next question says, a dress costs $180, is being sold at a discount of 10%. The amount of the discount is, so they want the amount of the discount and not the cost of the dress after the discount. They want the amount of the discount. So this is 10%, so it's 10 over 100 multiplied by 180. So this 0 go with that 0, this 0 go with that 0, so 1 times 18 would be 18. So the amount of the discount is $18, which is simply C. And the next question says, a dinner at a restaurant was advertised at $60 plus 18% tax. The total bill for the dinner was, so it's $60 plus 18% tax. So we need to find 18% of $60 and we add that, and that will give us the total cost. So it's 18 over 100 multiplied by 60. So this 0 go with that 0. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 18 divided by 2 would be 9. 9 times 6 would be 54. So it's 54 divided by 5. So 54 divided by 5. 5 can go into 54. So let's do that. 54 divided by 5. Let's work it long division. So 5, 54. So 5 can go into 5 one time. 5 times 5 is 5. And we subtract this. So 5 from 5 would be 0. We bring down the 4. So 5 can go into 4 0 times. So this can go. So we add a point and we add a 0. So 5 can go into 40 8 times. So 5 times 8 is 40. So we subtract this, we get 0, 0. So 54 divided by 5 would be 10.8. So the total cost for the bill would be $60 plus $10.80. This would be 70.8. I guess add on a 0. So $70.80, which would simply be B. And that would be the total cost of the dinner, the total bill for the dinner. Let's move on. So this one says, at the end of any year, a car is worth 5% less than what it was worth at the beginning of the year. So if a car is worth $9,500 in December in 2016, then its value in January 2016 was, so this is at the end of the year, this is what the value of the car was. and they want to know what was the value of the car at the beginning of the year. So we know the car depreciates at 5%. So to find the value of the car at the beginning of the year, since the car depreciated at 5%, we know this value here would be 95% of the total worth. So we know this 9,500 was 95% of the total cost. So to find the total cost, we just do it in reverse. So we can say 100 over 95 multiplied by 9,500, and this will give us the cost of the car before it depreciated. So we can simply 95 ones, 95 into this would be 100. So 100 times 100 would give me $10,000, and that would be the cost of the car at the beginning of the year. So what we can do, we can also do trial and error with these kind of questions. So we know the car will depreciate at 5%, and this should give us 95 after the 5% comes off. So this will be 5 over 100 multiplied by, let's do 10,000. So 5% of 10,000. So this 0 go with that 0, this 0 go with that 0. So 5 times 100 would be 500. And we know 10,000 subtract 500 would be 9,500. And this would be the cost of the car in December, and this would be the cost of the car in January. All right, so we can also do trial and error. So we can try this, find 5% of this, and you should get back this cost. And that is how we answer this question. We can either do it like this or like that. So with that, this has brought me to the end of this video. And in this video, we looked at some multiple choice type questions on consumer arithmetic, and some concepts were brought out. I wanted to use these concepts to practice more questions like these so that you can become better. So I'll see you in the next video, in which I'll be looking at some more questions. Until then, keep practicing and take care.